This is a tutorial of the Docusign integration with ERP. So far we have it set up for 4 different document types, and we will go through each one and then look at them in Docusign to see what happens. I'm going to start with equipment sales agreements. We'll pick a random one and hit print. Okay. And we're going to print to DCUSGN. Continue. It will bring up this screen. This will look very similar in every type that we do. First thing to know about it is it's a little finicky. It will, if we do something wrong, it just doesn't work. So don't change anything that we don't specifically go over in this tutorial. First of all, the internal rep and the external rep from the agreement will get a copy of the Docusign unless we erase their email addresses, which I'm going to do because they don't need anything right now from our tutorial. The subject and the message are what Docusign's going to give, what it's going to set on the email that it sends to the customer. I'm setting draft so that I can log into Docusign and look at the envelope before it's sent. This is just showing you stuff you don't need to know and showing you what templates it's using. There's 2 templates in Docusign that have these names. This is the sales agreement template, and this is the contract that we have everybody sign after an equipment sale or during an equipment sale. Now we're going to fill out the different signer information. First one is the ASCO person. I'm gonna go ahead and copy that. Oh man. There we go. For an in-person signer, we need to have both of these fields set up. The reason is this is the name of the person that is going to get the Docusign email, and then Docusign is going to say hand it over to this person to sign it. In the other fields that are like signer and carbon copy, you do not have to fill out this column. It pulls from over here. So for now, I'm just going to fill everything in with my email address, and then we will go to Actions, Send to Docusign. Okay, and it closes that screen automatically. I'm going to go into Docusign and get out of whatever I was in. We'll go to Manage, Drafts, and it looks like the one we just did is not there yet. Might have to wait a few minutes. There it is. You might have to refresh. So I'm going to click into that. There's the signers we set up. So in that original screen, this was the name on the left over here, and this was the name in that right-hand column. That's why in-person signer needs 2 names. You'll see over here we've got the attachments, but we'll hit continue so you can look at them more closely. You can edit any of the signer information right here. What next? Looks like we'll have to delete that to let it go. Next. There's our ESA with signature for the employee, the signature for the customer, terms and conditions, and the contract with signatures, initials, more signatures, more initials, more initials, more signatures. I'm going to hit discard because I don't really want to send that to myself. We'll go back to ERP. Next, we'll look at rental contracts. Let's pull, I don't know, that one. Print, DCU, SGN. Same story. Gonna get rid of those. You can type anything you want in there, but don't have to. I'm gonna hit draft. On this one, you might want to change which inspection form template you're using. This is the generic, but you can click there and choose the boom, scissors, towable, compaction, crane, any of these other templates. I'm going to stick with what's on there for now. And we'll fill this out just like we did the other one. And we'll hit action, send to Docusign. Okay. Head back in here, hit refresh. And there's the rental agreement. Continue. There's all our signers, the subject, the email message, all of which you can still change. And when you hit next, there's the places for signatures, a place to upload pictures, and there is the inspection form. You can change these fields to required or not as you need. And that's about it. Discard. Now we'll go to parts sales quotes. We'll pick that one. Oops. I hit the wrong thing. You can check it and hit print. You can print it from inside. Any place you can print the same document, you can use the Docusign printer and it should work. It doesn't matter if you do it from here or from the other screen, but this is what I've tested the most, so I'm going to use that for the tutorial. Margins, I don't really care for the tutorial. Draft, job, email, job, customer. There is no add-on template for parts quotes. Send to Docusign. Process complete. Go into Docusign. We'll hit refresh. There's the parts quote, there's the signers, there's where you can edit anything, hit next. There's the parts quote with the signature lines and the terms and conditions. Discard. And service quotes. Let's pick one that's been printed, since we know it should be possible to print it again. Print what? External. Print. DCU SGN. Somebody should tell them the O is really the important vowel in Docusign. Same story. I always want to say it, but it's actions send to Docusign. Okay. Back to Docusign. Refresh. And again, we're in the drafts folder. Service quote. Continue. There's where you can change everything. And there's the template with the signatures in the right place. Actions, discard. The last thing to go over is the user mapping session. So you've seen me going into the drafts, into my drafts, attached to my username. It's not going to do you much good if yours goes into my drafts. So we have to map your username if you want to use this. This is your Docusign username and your Docusign password. The other two things will fill in automatically, or should. This is the ERP username. Right now, it's probably going to be send me your username and password if you want this set up. I've asked for them to make it possible for you to enter this information without having access to everyone else's, but that's not possible right now. So if you want to use this, please send me your ERP username, your Docusign username, and your Docusign password, and I will get you set up. If you have any problems or other issues with the Docusign integration, please open a help desk ticket, because I'm not always going to be the fastest to reply or be able to reply. So it helps us a lot if you put your problems in a system where all of the IT team can access it.